face.
I'm not in your face. I'm just here to tell you that you're a terrorist sympathizer.
Okay, all right, fine. Oh, thank you. All right, thank you.
Terrorist sympathizer.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Hillary's going to prison.
I'm not voting for Hillary. I can't stand Hillary.
Bernie,
And
right?
Trump.
Bernie, right? You love Bernie.
It doesn't matter, man.
Oh, it don't matter. Yeah. Oh, it's real good. No, Islam is hate.
Okay, thank you, bigot. Get away from me, bigot.
You're the bigot.
Go,
you
bigot.
support bigots.
Go, bigot.
Yeah, you're the bigot.
Get out of here,
terrorist
bigot.
sympathizer. All right, yeah.
Migration is a human right.
Migration is beautiful.
Migration is beautiful. Migration is a human right.
Trump's a Nazi. How many Jews has Trump killed?
Huh?
How many Jews has Trump killed?
Oh, please.
How many Polish gypsies?
Oh, please.
You stupid cunt! Shout out ass bitch! Shut the fuck up! You know what's good for your health, homie? Fuck Trump! Free all the homies! Fuck them all!
Free El Chapo!
Fuck the police! Que viva Mexico! Que viva Italia! Fuck them!
Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump!
Which means to break up this assembly. If you do not do so, you may be arrested or subject to other police
All right, what do you think's gonna happen in like 5 minutes?
In like 5 minutes, there's gonna be pepper spray and riot gear running all through here.
I hereby declare this to be an unlawful assembly, and in the name of the people of the state of California, demand all those assembled at Fair and Fairview to immediately disperse.
Word up, like, dude, he said that us Mexicans are bringing all types of bad people to this country. That's incorrect.
Fuck you! Fuck Trump!
Are your parents legal? I'm asking a question. Obviously, they're not. Maybe you were born here.
Don't listen to his bullshit.
Maybe you were born
thing
here.
to me.
But were your parents legal?
You are racist.
Yes, it
you
does.
are a racist.
Because they shouldn't be in this country.
Racism at
They're
its
milking this
finest, ladies and
country
gentlemen.
dry.
Oh my God.
They can go back to whatever country they were born in.
Everyone in this country was not from here. We're all immigrants.
Exactly.
We're all immigrants.
Look,
A lot of people are better before.
that's what God gave us. That's what makes us all equal. He gave us brains. Now fuck you.
Mexico is very hard on their borders. Why don't you go down south?
This is going to prevail. Heaven and earth will pass
But you
away,
lost the land.
said the word
Thank
will
God
not.
you lost the land. You think we want America to be like Mexico? No. If you want it, go to Mexico. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
You're browner than
Take your
us.
parents with
He
you.
is browner than us. You go to Mexico. He has accused me of dying of AIDS. He has called me a girl. He is homophobic. He is racist. Why would we halt Islam? Islamic people do nothing wrong. It is a bunch of group of people who are terrorizing has nothing to do with the religion.
Any company, any store, any judge goes against
That's the main reason.
John, do you have anything to say?
He doesn't have a brain. He's zombified. We
That's
gotta wake these people up. We gotta wake these people up.
You got to come with a couple talking points next time, so at least you have something to say.
You're making yourself look like a fool.
That's all the Trump haters, man. I mean, that's anybody who just says he's a racist. They're all like that. They have no facts.
It seems like racist if you don't agree with me. That's what.
Yeah, exactly. It's my opinion only, and that's it. And nobody else has an opinion. Nobody else has freedoms. Only them.
All right, here we go. What's your name and why are you standing on the American flag?
Von Abdul, my teammates, Bay. I am not a fucking Muslim. I don't know why everybody get that twisted.
Probably because you're standing on the American flag.
You know what I'm saying? But fuck this flag. Fuck this country. You know what I'm saying? It's hypocritical.
Yes, you're right. Fuck this country. The one that gives you the right to exercise your freedom of speech and stand on the flag, you useless human.
This
Red, white, and blue. This shit is the new swastika. You know what I'm saying? This is
The new swastika? Really? I can tell you're an educated man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This country is very fucking racist. We act like we don't have a race problem. So they brush it under the rug and say Obama is the standard for us to not be racist anymore as a country. Well, that's the fucking blatant lie. So we out here in support of ourselves, of the black community that gets a bad rap from media and everybody else. Corey Stingley was a young individual that went to this school, a black individual in West Dallas, which West Dallas has a bad history of being a racist place within itself for black people. 3 white gentlemen choked him to death because he attempted to steal some items from a store, even though he put the items back and tried to leave. They choked.
Wait a minute, did you just say he was stealing and reap the consequences of his actions? That didn't look like he was trying to put the items back, unless when he reached for the cash register he was trying to put money into it.
Choked him to death. No justice was served, so I find it very disrespectful and distasteful that they would choose this location to come and do their hateful speech here. So, you know, this is just another instance of the hypocrisy of this flag and of this nation, the true culture of it, the blatant disrespect for the black people in this nation. So that's what we here for.
All right. What has Trump said about the black community that you don't like?
Specifically, I mean, it's not. I'm not here specifically for Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Specifically, oh, you can't think of one, but you just like to play victim, don't you?
I don't care for any of the politicians. I don't care for any of the candidates, I should say. My issue, his rhetoric is very racist. Probably not directly to black people, but his ties to the KKK is questionable. So are Hillary's. But the whole deporting people and all that, building the wall, all that shit is fucking racist rhetoric.
Yes, you're right, deporting criminals and building a wall is racist. Even though we would deport white, black, or Asian people.
You know what I'm saying? Mexico used to be part of America. They stole that shit from Mexicans too. You know what I'm saying? So for people to come here as immigrants, people that's not natural, people that's not original to this land, and try to force somebody else out as immigrants is ridiculous. So you know, it's all in his message. The whole thing is just foolery to me.
Okay. All right. Well, you got anything else you want to impart?
Black power in this motherfucker, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, one of the most segregated cities in the world.
The most segregated place in the world? You've got to be kidding me.
It's actually deemed as the worst place for black people.
And you're right, Wisconsin is the worst place on earth. For God's sake, the Green Bay Packers are the home team. But I think you're wrong. Africa is the worst place for black people. Thousands starve to death every day.
And West Dallas is a great example of that. So is Madison. Madison has a 10% or probably 12 or 14% population of black individuals, but those black individuals make up over 50% of the jails.
10% of the population, but 50% of the jails. Sounds like black people should stop committing crimes. This has nothing to do with racist white people.
You know, so that, I mean, that's just...
Hey, what do you think about the violence in Chicago, which is mostly, it seems, black on black gang violence? How do you deal with that problem?
We deal with black on black crime.
Just because you use quotation marks doesn't mean something doesn't exist.
Every day. I'm a community activist. We do a lot of work in our communities that goes unseen. We do stop the violence rallies, campaigns every year. We do community cleanups, community cookouts that's not shown by the media. So for people to say that, use that as a reason to dispel the issue we have with the police is very divertive. You know what I'm saying? Black on black crime, fuck you. Black on black crime to me is a made up statistic.
Holy shit, did he just say black on black crime is made up?
America is on Earth.
Thank you, Bill Nye, for reminding us where we live.
We have human rights. You know what I'm saying? I have a human right before any constitution to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? Now, if people want to abide by a structure and a law, then that's up to them. That's totally fine. But I don't remember coming out of the womb and signing no contract saying I agree to every law America put out.
But by living here, you agree to live by the laws. If not, please go back to Africa, where you will be more free.
I don't remember any of us doing that. So some laws we will agree with, some laws we will not. All of us don't need to be dictated to on how to be human beings and how to conduct ourselves.
You're right, we don't all need to be dictated to on how to live our lives. But it seems like you need some direction.
Us all. God made us all lives matter. So if you want to separate yourself and put yourself on a platform about black lives, but what about that yellow man? What about that orange person? What about that purple person? What about them?
The claim of the Black Lives Matter is that African Americans are sort of kind of targeted. They get more killed.
We want them to matter.
Hold on a second. This is what happens in black neighborhoods. It's black on black. It's black on black what kills these young youths in their neighborhoods. The Democratic Party has owned the black neighborhoods for over 60, 70 years. Look at them. And they give you a black president who's a Muslim. He supports radical Islam. From the White House, they the ones who created ISIS. Look at their policies. Look at their policies.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why is it that every black person I know, every black parent I know, who I live in a neighborhood with, has to give their children a special instruction for what they should do and not do when they go out, so that they don't get stopped by the police?
Right, that's what they should teach them. That's what they're teaching them. But they're not teaching them that. But they're not teaching them that. Let me explain something. The families, you know why?
Yes, they are.
Because a lot of
black,
but listen. Let me tell you, rap music is designed to bring the black neighborhood down. Let me explain something. If you're walking down the street with your pants hanging down and you're listening to rap, and the rap is giving people the images, sell drugs, be a drug dealer, calling people bitches and hoes, the rap industry contributes to how blacks treat each other.
But what about, let me finish. What about the black men who are dressed nicely, driving in nice cars, and are treated like criminals as if they stole the cars?
Listen.
That has nothing to do with rap music.
But
that has to do with their lives not mattering as much as other people's lives.
Do you don't think white people get pulled over? And right, maybe. Yeah, you're right. You might have a point there. But
I do
still,
have a point.
Most crime is black on black. It's not cops killing.
We're not talking about
it's not cops killing black.
We're not talking about black on black crime.
Right.
We're talking
You can't talk about Black Lives Matter until you talk about that.
Right.
My man.
You got it.
We're talking about black people not being as safe when they go out, when they're treated by the police, and more.
It's time for the black neighborhoods to start taking care of their own neighborhoods.
One of the problems with the black community is how we're perceived. So look, when we're talking about rap, when you compare it to the statistics, how 40% of violent crimes are committed by young black men. Hold on. It's a perception. It is a perception. When we talk about, you go on the internet and we talk about selling drugs, pimping women, armed trafficking, fraud, and all these things, and people who don't live in black neighborhoods, people who don't live in black neighborhoods, gentry neighborhoods, all they see is what they know online.
The White House is
it is a perception. And when we hear police officers, 40% of the police officers who were killed in the line of duty were killed by young black men. It is only reasonable sometimes, not saying this is bad. Sometimes it is reasonable for a police officer to handle black men with a little bit more caution than it is for a 5'2" Chinese man, for instance. Because statistically they're not committing violent crimes. Statistically they're not killing cops. Now, for instance, okay, so if a police officer pull over an Arab in Manhattan, right? No, let me just put one. Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Most of the mass shootings in this country When was the last one that was done by a black person?
The sniper.
I'm talking I'm talking about mass shootings of innocent. I'm talking about the police. I'm not saying that was a good thing. So if we have all these mass shootings of people with guns killing children and killing innocent people, why aren't we more suspicious of white folks carrying around guns?
Well, they are. I mean, white people. White people. The thing is, when we're talking about black crime and white crime, we're talking about proportionality, right? No. So here's the thing, right? So I think it was about 5,000 or 3,000. 5,000. Are you talking about police killings or just white on white violence?
I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about people responsible for mass shootings in this country. Which have all been.
Let me ask you a question. How many mass shootings occur as opposed to just killings on the streets of our cities? And what would you say the ratio of, say, a mass shooting to shooting in a neighborhood?
Okay, well, I can't argue with you
statistics.
You're saying you're wanting to focus on these mass shootings and they're not being committed by black people, but you want to ignore all of that.
I just want,
as if it's more important.
I just want a black person walking down the street to be treated the same way as a white person walking down the street.
Have you been African American? Because you seem to know a lot more than these gentlemen about being black.
I live in a community with black and African American
So you
friends.
have black friends? I do too.
But are you going to say that black people can walk down the street and say
Absolutely.
Depending on where you live. It depends on where you live. It depends on where you live.
It just depends.
Right.
So you're going to tell me that women don't hold their purses closer, or you don't lock your door when you're going through a black neighborhood? Do you do that when you're driving through a white neighborhood?
Have you seen how I've been carrying my purse out here with 1,000 people I don't know? I'm not as any more concerned around all these people I don't know of all these nationalities than I am anywhere else.
But the thing is,
Lady, I've been walking around and people have been telling me I don't know what I've been talking about all day.
But the point is this: most crime is black on black. It's black on black.
It is a huge problem.
It's not the cops.
If we could reduce the main point is if we could reduce the amount of black on black crime and violent crime committed by blacks, it will reduce the perception of a threat when it comes down to how people are perceived. Black people are perceived in America.
I really think that Mr. Trump cares about you.
He's hired more black people than probably you have. Hired more Latinos, more Muslims than anybody else has.
But he insults them all the time.
Insults black people or Muslims, women?
Women. He's just he insults anybody who doesn't agree with him.
What about all the money?
Obama's killed more Muslims than Donald Trump has. It's just
We can't have a rational conversation. You know what?
Obama has killed more Muslims than Donald Trump has. Extrajudicially. He just killed more Muslims. I didn't argue that. Well, he did. He got the Nobel Peace Prize. That was his credit. And then he ended up going to destroy Syria. And now him.
How did he destroy Syria?
The limited airstrikes that Vladimir Putin told him not to do. China said, hey,
So you like Putin?
I don't. Well, there are things that I do like about Putin. He doesn't like to go and invade countries and destabilize them. One of the things I like about Putin is the fact that he understands that the Western presidents historically, at least from Clinton all the way to Bush, we have been toppling a lot of dictators that are democratically elected. The mullahs, the Muslim Brotherhood that was put into power after the military coup. That was another one that Vladimir Putin warned against, and we did it anyways. And then now this whole invade and invite Syria.
Because I don't want to listen to this anymore. But I'm just going to say, let me just tell you, I will be really glad when you guys are all done and you leave. And Ohio can go ahead and vote against Trump because he's going to lose here. And nobody wins the presidency without winning Ohio. That's fine. He will lose here.
Up that money, what he's doing is he loaned his campaign money so that when he now that he's raising money, because he's raising $10,000 a person here today. That $10,000 a person here today is actually going to go back to pay the campaign that he supposedly has been running for himself, or what, you know what I'm saying? Self-funding. Okay, so basically this. He's not a real candidate. He's just as messed up as all the rest of them. He's just as messed up as Hillary. He's not going to be in it for any of us. If you guys want a real candidate, Gary Johnson is your man. He's the guy that knows what's up. He's about freedom. He's about all of that. And it has nothing to do with politics. He really cares about what you want in life and your freedoms and stuff like that. So it's interesting. You see a lot of people out here. They've got all their different views. There's Trump supporters on this side. There's Bernie Sanders people out here. There's Hillary people out here. But the reality is this: we don't want somebody that's hateful, who's racist, who doesn't care about people, who's a womanizer. He doesn't like anybody like that. And the reality is that we're out here trying to stand against and bring awareness to basically the truth about it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
what he's doing. People walking in there thinking that when he talks about people of color that he's not talking about you. He's talking about you. You're going to be the one that's going to be carded and pulled over. You want your freedom? When he sits there and he's going to pull all these he's going to pull over Muslims and Hispanic people that may be Mexican, may be illegal. That means every person of color is going to get checked just for walking down the street. And that's not freedom. I'm for freedom. This is America.
What candidate are you a fan of?
Right now I'm leaning towards Gary Johnson, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. We'll have to see.
Very good. Anything else you'd like to say?
Well, that's basically it, is that, we just need to, unfortunately, we don't have another Ron Paul in there. That would be great.
I do agree.
All right. Rand Paul's not like Ron Paul. Unfortunately, he quit early on. He was nothing like his dad, I'll be honest with you. But, hey, we have Gary Johnson there. I think that's the candidate that most of these people need to support, because
to support, because they don't believe all the racist rhetoric. A lot of them don't, but they feel like they have no option because there's not another conservative candidate out there but him. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, what would you like to say?
Fuck you and Alex Jones. Fuck you guys.
Why do you not like our organization?
Bunch of bitches. Fuck you.
Okay, as you can see, a very ignorant man who wouldn't even answer my question as to why he doesn't like us. What? Tell me why.
I'm with the media, so fuck Alex Jones.
I'm asking you why. You have a chance.
This guy wants to he tells people that they should shoot each other in the fucking head.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He said that governor.
That's the problem. Mexico, the Mexican government. Yes. If you cared about immigrants, you would be protesting the Mexican embassy for the murder, the disappearance of hundreds of thousands of Central American immigrants coming in every year. No, Americans do not rape. I'm a racist. Yo soy racista. Yo soy racista. Yo soy racista.
You can be racist against other brown people. Brown people can.
I'm Salvadorian Spanish. I'm a racist because I'm Salvadorian Spanish.
Racist.
And what are you?
I am not a racist. Doesn't matter what you are. Anybody can be.
So I'm a racist. I'm an immigrant.
Says the racist.
I am not a racist. Okay?
Are you an immigrant?
I'm a veteran. I'm an immigrant, okay?
Ooh, what?
I'm an immigrant.
You know what?
And I'm racist.
I'm illegal. I am illegal.
Okay, let's get out of here. Come on. This one's disabled.
You don't even
You're out here
know
protesting other immigration.
You're
screaming at me. It's very clear who you
Ma'am,
are.
she doesn't have an argument. And you have really
Don't waste your time on her. You can't
This
get
is
through it.
very
I think
ironic.
you should apologize to me.
I'm sorry, you don't
I'm
know
proud,
it.
I'm proud, and I am not a racist. You better
Nobody deserves an
apologize to me
apology, by the
right now.
way.
You don't deserve any apology. You're
You're
screaming
a
at me.
racist.
You're calling me
Right? If she doesn't
racist.
deserve it, then
I am not a racist.
Oh,
He is not
How
a
many
racist.
times do you have to say you're not a
You
racist?
don't even know
How
us.
many times? How many times do you have to
How
say
many
that?
times do you have to call me a racist and say it's okay?
I
You're
scream-
a bigot.
Hey,
You
I
are
scream
a
racist,
bigot.
and who turns
You
around?
are
The
the one
racist.
who is a bigot.
I screamed the word
You
racist,
are
and you
the
turned
one who
around.
is a
So you
bigot.
answered the call, bitch.
Excuse me?
You answered the call. I said racist. You said
You're
where?
the one,
Me?
You're the one who offended me by calling me.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're supposed to be the sensitive ones, and now you're offended. You call us sensitive, and now you're crying because you can't handle being called a racist.
You're a stupid, dumb, fucking ignorant bitch.
Speak
and
your
you
mind.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Speak your mind.
Damn, she has no argument.
You called me a racist, okay?
If I
and
had
I
an
want you to
argument, maybe she would
apologize
listen.
to me.
She's not
I am
listening.
no racist. I am no racist.
You're voting for Donald Trump.
But isn't Donald Trump racist?
Duh. No, he's not.
With
Yes,
all
he
his
is.
Mexican
No,
racist
he's not.
comments that they're rapists?
Name one.
Name one. Everyone may know.
Name one.
Illegals are Mexican.
Illegals. This is a country. We need papers. We need facts. You
Dude,
can't just come over
people
here.
like you are too lazy to go work your asses off for the food that you're buying.
What are you talking about?
Like,
You know nothing about me,
you're
bro.
an idiot.
You know
Us
nothing.
Mexicans are all working out in the fields where
Are
you
you?
bitches
Are
can't
you?
do that.
You're working out in the fields?
No.
Oh, so shut the
because
fuck
I'm
up. You don't
blessed
know what you're
enough.
talking about. You don't know what you're talking about, all right?
Dude, if you were in
How's
that
he a
place, you
racist?
wouldn't
How's
do
he a
shit.
racist?
Huh?
How's he a racist?
With all his Mexican comments?
Like what?
And
Like
calling
what?
all Muslims terrorists? That's fucked up. I'm Muslim. I'm not a
He didn't
terrorist.
say all
Yes, he
Muslims.
did.
He didn't say
Yes,
that.
he did.
Said
What are you
illegal
talking about?
Immigrants, illegal.
He's calling Muslims?
Yeah!
You have what the fuck is up
Illegal.
with that?
But it's illegal. It's illegal.
What the fuck?
What is?
You're obviously an idiot.
To keep out the illegal immigrants.
Key word is illegal. We don't care about
We
it.
want you guys to come in.
For everyone.
No,
Be
he doesn't.
illegal. He wants.
Listen to his interview.
No, we did. It's the illegals. We want you guys to come in.
Keyword illegals.
We want you to come in through the proper channels so we have papers so we know where you're going and where you're staying. We can't just have this country for the people who we don't know where they are.
And I am not a racist.
Do you think you're going to
No, but I'm going to shout her down because she's a bitch from hell and she's calling me a racist, and I'm not. You're an ignorant, stupid idiot.
Tell me what I...
Who's university? Who's university? Keep walking. Say no more. Who's university? Who's university?
Oh, I gotta get this. If you are allowed to express, I am allowed to express.
Why is Trump a white supremacist? Just give me one example. Why is he racist? One example. That's all I need.
I don't even need to say anything to you.
Oh, I love it. Because I'm a white
the
male.
fact that you can't answer those questions means you're not paying attention.
But what does the fact that you can't answer the questions mean?
Do I need to refer to the fact that he calls all Mexicans rapists?
He never called them.
He didn't. Right. He did not.
He did not.
He did
Some
not.
of them, he assumed.
Check your facts, man. He did
not.
Am I allowed to speak, or are you just responding to my point?
I am responding to your
point.
Bro, I'm like...
I don't understand the cameras.
You don't understand
like,
many
you're
things.
trying to find...
Come on, how is Trump racist? Just name one thing. Just name one thing he actually said or did. Just one evidence.
We all realize that no matter what I say, you're going to try and turn it into
no.
something.
Please
that's
answer.
exact.
Please answer
You're not
the
even
question.
letting
Some
me
supporting
talk.
evidence
You're
for your
talking
argument.
over me.
Please answer the question. Why is Trump a racist? Specific reasons.
Donald Trump is a symbol of what is wrong with this country. Donald Trump is a white male who has inherited privilege that he cannot even, take a...
He's a fucking white male!
I thought you were going to say a specific reason of when Trump has been racist. That's what we asked. Not that he's what's wrong with America. We want specific reasons.
So you don't think building a wall in between America and Mexico is racist?
Whether have a border or we don't.
Borders, sir. Every country has borders.
Walls are not racist. They're not semi-permeable depending on race.
And
That's not
every
border has a vested interest in protecting its national security. Undocumented people are not a race.
Let's talk about other countries that have walls in between themselves.
Like Mexico, where if you come from South America, they deport your house.
Yep.
Are they racist against South Americans, or do they they have vested interest in protecting their national security?
I am not denying that y'all have knowledge of what happens at borders.
I'm not denying you don't. But just to start the dialogue by calling us white supremacists, especially since a lot of us are Mexican, it just doesn't create a conversation, right? You want to have a dialogue.
The Donald Trump campaign is overly aggressive, and the fact that y'all are here representing it is why.
Hold on.
So
I have to object because this young man wore a Donald Trump hat and got spit on, shoved, physically assaulted.
Has there been cases of people assaulting Bernie supporters on this campus? We have one that's been reported. Has there been reports of Bernie supporters getting...
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it's horrible what happened to you. Though I was overly aggressive to start this, I think it's undeniable that we have started a dialogue.
Yeah, I'm so happy about it.
What happened to you is not okay. My point about how Donald Trump's campaign is overly aggressive and represents a lot of things that are wrong with this country is why people are acting like that towards you. It's not okay that they're doing it. It's not okay that I started this dialogue by yelling at y'all, but there are emotions nationwide involved in this.
Can you name one of the things about American society that Donald Trump represents? Because you say he represents the worst in culture. Can you put a name to just one of those
What
things?
would you say Bernie Sanders' #1 point is?
No, hold on, that wasn't the question.
No, that wasn't the question.
No, but I'm answering his question.
A lot of people are murdered by the United States military for this country. How many fucking countries are we occupying right now?
Answer that.
For that flag.
Answer that.
How many Native Americans died for that flag?
Answer that.
How many? How many? Answer.
Fuck genocide.
You're real quiet now. We're talking about genocide. We're talking about colonialism.
Genocide?
Genocide.
How many people died installing communism in Russia?
What the fuck does that have to do with that
85
flag?
million.
How many people are dying right now because of our tax dollars, huh? How many people are dying right now because of our tax dollars? No,
genocide. This country is based on genocide. You're a black man standing with these white supremacists. You're standing with Nazis, bro. You're standing with Nazis. You're standing with Nazis. You're a fucking Nazi. You're a fucking Nazi. Say you're not. And why are you acting like one? Why are you acting like one?
You wouldn't know what a Nazi was.
Why are you acting like a fucking Nazi then? It's you, bro. Why are you here supporting Trump? Why do you support Trump? Answer that. Why do you support Trump? Why do you support Trump? Why do you support Trump?
Mike Roder, you got a bottle of water? If you guys, hang on a second. If you guys want,
I'm listening.
Very funny.
We fought against
Really? Watch out, eggs. No, fuck that.
Yeah, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Oh, what the hell out? We don't support fascism here. We are not for fascism. Trump is fascism. Trump is fascism. Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK.
Loving right here. Yeah, these eggs being thrown on the floor, it's because they love us. Don't you guys get it? They love Trump supporters. That's why they beat you up. That's why they fucking throw eggs. Wow, that's not even good. God, man, you kidding me?
Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK. Nazis, racist, KKK.
Peaceful protest. This is what peaceful protesting is right here.
Fuck Trump! 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 So loud! Fuck Trump! Fuck Trump! Oh, real quiet now. What happened? What happened?
Oh, he said what happened? I don't know. You guys said what happened, actually.
All you motherfuckers get drafted, nigga. You gonna get drafted, nigga? Or you gonna run ass like you're gonna get drafted, nigga?
I don't want to serve your face. I don't want to serve your face, man.
When it's time to get drafted, nigga, you feel me? Fight for your fucking country, nigga. You gonna be forced to, nigga. When it's time to get drafted, nigga. Straight up, nigga.
Oh, you can throw eggs though, right? Oh, you're not throwing eggs?
Why is your face covered up then?
Because the people are gonna get me and they're gonna lock me out. Yes. Those fucking pigs out there. Those fucking pigs out there. They're gonna arrest me. They want to arrest you because you're Trump supporters.
Yeah, thank you. Show your faces.
Sell out.
Show your faces.
Sell out.
Here's a real tough.
Sell out. What's up? Sell out, brother.
I'm wearing a hoodie.
Sell out.
They love you. Wow. Calm down.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here.
Don't fuck you. We just saw you pushing, man.
Fuck out. That's all that is. I'm a 17-year-old girl. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. This man is savage. Hey, go Trump. Hey, go Trump. Go Trump. Go Trump. Go KKK. Go justice USA. Go Trump. Go KKK. Go justice USA.
So am I. But the Native Americans are like, question me. This is why. Hold on.
Why do you carry a gun?
Because I'm a fucking American.
Yeah,
I have that right.
Don't touch him, man.
I have the right.
You touch him, you're down.
This is my
You touch
Second
him, you're
Amendment
down.
right. This is my Second Amendment right.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you an American?
And that's why we can't fucking satisfy with you. Yo, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm letting you know that I don't care about your fucking rhetoric. So
I'm still voting for Donald Trump.
I don't really care who you vote for.
I'm still voting for Donald Trump, buddy.
No, I can agitate because he's fucking agitating.
I'm
So
still
what?
voting for
So
Donald
what?
Trump.
I can agitate because
Look
I
at
don't
you,
care about
you're
going to jail.
upset.
I know, yeah.
You're upset.
You're an idiot because you support Donald Trump. Well, I thought that you're with him.
You're an idiot for calling me an idiot.
Dick sucking ass motherfucker. That's why you don't do shit. Swing at me, homie. Swing at me. Swing at me, homie. You ain't gonna do fucking shit. I just said you ain't gonna do shit.
Agitator! You're in the protest area.
These are the people who dislike Donald Trump. Look how they act. They're
Sure about that? Black people that he asked his security guards to kick out of the rally.
Oh, in Valdosta State?
Yeah.
Talking about they were protesting against him.
Yeah, and what is that?
You
That's
cannot
shit
protest in a rally. Then why would you do that?
Right, it's freedom of speech.
We don't go to your rally.
We
We don't go to your rally. He does the same thing to white people too. So I don't understand. He does the exact same thing to white people too. So.
And that makes it okay.
I mean, if you're gonna protest against us, yeah.
They don't let Trump supporters like freely protest.
Okay.
You should go get educated on what's important.
I'm very educated, ma'am. I'm very educated.
You alright?
We're supporting the people that we love. We're here, like, trying to stand up for what we believe.
What is going on with the Democrats?
This is not political. This is not political.
This is not political. I wish someone could come save me right now from you.
Right, well, nobody has to save you because you're a fucking white man who gets to do whatever he wants to in this space, right? Aren't you quite aware by holding that video camera on me that you are surrounded by your privilege, right? Take your privilege somewhere else, please.
Do you support Trump?
Do you?
No, I do not support Trump.
Why not?
Because he's just a loser that is gay and has no life.
Why do you think that?
Because, do you see his haircut? Like, what kind of haircut is that? This is my brother, Christian Hoffman.
So you really think Trump is gay?
I really do. I really do.
What proof do you have of that?
I don't have no proof, but just look at his face. He says his parents gave him a small loan of $1 million. Do you think that's small? I don't think that's very small.
How old are you?
I am 10. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay.
So, hey, do your parents support Trump?
No, they do not.
Who do they support?
I'm not sure.
Who do you support?
I support, what's his name? I forget his name. Or her name. Yeah, Bernie.
Do you support Bernie or Hillary?
Bernie.
Why do you support Bernie?
Because I think he's just a good guy.
But why do you think he's a good guy?
Because, what?
Okay, well, hey, why did you tear the signs up?
Because Trump is a loser that he is trying to make everybody their race. I gotta go. What he said.
This is a wild, wild shirt. Please tell me, sir, where you got your shirt. What is the purpose of this? All the faces of Hillary, or are these all her lie faces?
Paparazzi.
Okay.
And I had to get it online. And I saw someone wear it, and I thought it was really out there and outlandish and outgoing like me, so I ordered it online. And
okay. So are you a Hillary Clinton supporter then?
Obviously, yeah.
Okay. Well, what brought you here is because you wanted to see her get destroyed by Donald Trump tonight?
It's quite the opposite, actually. He's bullying her. He's terrible.
He's bullying her tonight, you think? Yeah. Oh, definitely not. She's been telling a lot of lies, and he hasn't even hit her hard.
How does it feel to be an Uncle Tom?
How does it feel to be an Uncle Tom? Don't get me started, buddy. You don't want to mess with me on that. Have you even read?
You're a race traitor.
Are you serious? Have you even read Harriet Beecher Stowe? Have you even read the book? He probably doesn't know who Uncle Tom even is. Wow.
Burn, baby, burn! Burn, baby, burn!
Fuck colonialism! Fuck colonialism! Fuck genocide! Fuck slavery! That's what that stands for! Your ancestors were enslaved and that's what that stands for! Your ancestors were enslaved and that's what that stands for! What did you say?
What, do you want to bring up ISIS? ISIS has nothing to do with Islam. ISIS has everything to do with the U.S. imperialism. Who created ISIS?
Motherfucker! You look like an Uncle Tom, motherfucker! Your ancestors were taken here and your ancestors were enslaved, you fucking idiot!
immigrant.
Illegal immigrant.
You understand the difference?
Yeah. Y'all were the ones who came over here on ships, motherfucker. Your crackers came over here on ships, all diseased and shit. And coming over here saying, oh, this is all land. You're legal, you're illegal.
No, you did because America does do. Yes, I do. Because, but I know you're a liar. You're a liar. Have mercy on those people in the desert.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Look at my face.
What? Go ahead.
Don't, guys, take a clap. Don't let him get in your face. He's trying to do that because he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, so are you, you fucking asshole. So are you. So fuck you. No, yes, I do. You pay for it. You pay for it. Don't lie to these people. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't you know it?
I know it.
Okay, explain it. Explain how you lied.
Everybody ready?
Explain how you lied.
Okay,
explain how he paid for it. He paid for it.
I'll film who I want. You are in public, you can be filmed. Why? Are you a criminal? Criminals don't want to be filmed. If you were protesting, you should want to be filmed.
You said talk shit!
I'm not telling you if you feel like he
Am I okay, officers?
You're fighting the wrong people. You're using your energy when you could be using it to
I'm not fighting you, dude. I'm documenting.
We are politely asking
like that, young man. He's not doing anything to people's faces. He's staying away from
Fuck you! Fuck you!
You're just
fuck police!
You might as well be in there, dude. Donald Trump.
Hey, you think he can get beat up for wearing that around here?
Oh, hell yeah, absolutely. Without it.
Just for wearing a shirt, though?
Oh, absolutely. That nigga.
Come here.
Looks like you're good.
Yeah, you should be good.
You didn't say anything to anybody? You were just walking out, or what?
I was walking out with a Trump sign. They grabbed my Trump sign and started following me, saying I was like a racist and stuff. Yeah,
so you literally didn't say anything to provoke them?
I was just like, yeah, Trump.
Yes, it does.
Are your parents legal? I'm asking a question. Obviously, they're not. Maybe you were born here.
Don't listen to his bullshit.
Maybe you were born here. But were your parents legal?
You are racist.
Yes, it
you
does.
are a racist.
Because it shouldn't be in this country.
Racism at
They're
its
milking
finest,
this
ladies and
country
gentlemen.
dry.
Oh my God.
They can go back to whatever country they were born in.
Everyone in this country was not from here. We're all immigrants.
Exactly.
We are all immigrants.
Look,
a lot of people have better be born.
That's what God gave us. That's what makes us all equal. He gave us rights. Now fuck you.
Mexico is very hard on their borders.
Why don't you go down south?
This is going to prevail. Heaven and earth will pass
But you lost the land. Thank God you lost the land. You think we want America to be like Mexico? No. If you want it, go to Mexico. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
You're browner than us. He is browner than us. You go to Mexico. He has accused me of dying of AIDS. He has called me a girl. He is homophobic. He is racist. Why would we halt Islam? Islamic people do nothing wrong. It is a bunch of group of people who are terrorizing has nothing to do with the religion.
Any company, any store, any judge goes against
That's the main reason.
But I'm being affected negative. Exactly. Because in the past, if
So
you were
why
white,
do you have to pay for the sins of our fathers?
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. It's not even my fathers. I wasn't even over here doing that.
You still benefited from it. Anyone that looks like
no.
Our family was starving in Europe when most people were benefiting. Totally, yeah. And you're getting double screwed.
I was born in the 80s.
I get benefits from the 80s. One group of people does not make it right for another person that's been screwed once.
But I'm saying that that's why it is the way it is now.
Yeah, but I'm talking about we have laws written in to put me at disadvantage. Yeah, people say there's systemic racism. You can tell me there's personal racism, and I'll agree with you. Yeah. People are racist on all sides. Totally. But you can't tell me there's systemic racism if you can't point to one law written into any sort of government thing that gives an advantage to somebody because they're white.
But that's the thing with white privilege is that it was an unwritten law.
It's like
unwritten. It's a good old boys club.
Yeah, but you're saying that it's a certain undefinable quality that I should be believing in. If it's an undefinable quality, I tend not to give it a lot of credibility. Like I want some stats and numbers.
I think that society does that enough, don't they?
I think that if you judge somebody by the color of their skin, you're a racist.
I think that's what
white privilege is kind of racist towards whites, if you ask me. I mean,
you can't be racist towards whites when they're the ones that have been in privilege for hundreds of years.
Why is a race exempt?
Huh?
Why is that race exempt?
Why is it exempt from what?
Why is that exempt? Why can't white people be the victims of racism?
Because they're the ones that dominate and privilege the most in this culture.
I would argue that Islam.
Yeah, I know. I had someone call me a white boy just before they hit me in the face once. You're telling me that wasn't racist?
It might have been.
Because he wouldn't have brought up my race if it wasn't racist.
Yeah.
So I suffered some racism.
You did.
But I appear to be white.
Yeah.
So then white people can suffer from racism.
Definitely you're going to be impacted.
Do we deserve to be punished for things that ancestors did?
So it sucks. But the basis of this country was built off of slavery.
We're ancestors that kind of look like
That's not true.
Most whites were not in the country when slavery was still.
It doesn't matter. The economic system.
Slavery, dude. Look at
the economic was built.
Look at the 1,600 years of Islamic oppression.
So that makes it okay. That makes it all right.
Human nature, dude.
So that makes it okay.
I'm not saying it's okay, but it's nothing new. You're making it seem like it's the very first time anybody has been a slave. This is coming from me.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But you're saying that that's okay.
That happens every day in the fucking goddamn world.
I know.
And you haven't done shit about it, have you?
Bullshit.
No, you haven't done shit.
What have you been doing about it, man? What have you been doing about it?
My great-grandfather was a slave on a plantation when he came here to America from Spain. We are Hispanics who are Trump. Guess what? I don't drink, honey.
It smells like it. That's all right.
Add comment in there. Attacking her personal character. You can't come up with anything else.
That's true. Actually, yeah, if she would have answered my question, I would have been more than happy to continue the conversation.
Around here.
Do you understand though how vague white privilege can be hard for me to stomach?
Totally.
When I'm
It's really hard to understand white privilege. No doubt about it.
No, okay, that's another argument I don't like. Because you're white, you can't understand white privilege. I'm a man. Can I not understand any? I can't comprehend what anything's like for a girl. I can't. But I mean, if I can't get a tangible reason for white privilege, can you see why I don't want it used as a bludgeon to silence me?
No, I can hear that, but it doesn't mean it's not there.
When I was going to school, I would ask people, like, just tell me, you know, okay, what are you here for? They'd tell me, I'd say, okay, give me some facts. Be like, okay, that's your white privilege talking, the fact that I want facts. It's continuously being used against people to bludgeon them into submission because you have white privilege, so just shut up. That's what I don't like.
That's fucked up. Male white privilege, yeah. That's the big one. Yeah. That's just the meme of the hour on Reddit.
White privilege is a myth.
It's a myth. Every race is susceptible to being rich or poor. It's a myth.
That's a myth. So there's been white people that have not.
Aw, a female reporter asked you a tough question you can't answer, and poor baby Donald gets mad. Oh, when your butt hurt, the best you can do is some sexist insult about her bleeding and being on the pad. You've insulted women as fat pigs, bimbos, and referred to us as bitches.
You pull the sexist shit with me, and I need some fucking stitches.
Yo, listen up! Trump, we're sick of hearing your offensive words that are racist,
sexist,
homophobic,
and bullying bullshit.
So sit your ass down.
Have we call you out on it?
You call breastfeeding moms disgusting?
Which is ignorant and rude as shit. It's a natural and loving act of a mother. Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
And it's also rude and ignorant to put your little kid in an anti-Trump video.
And what kind of fucker attacks refugee families that are homeless and downtrodden?
The only reason why Donald Trump wants to get rid of Muslims is to get rid of people like you. I know a lot of nice Muslim people. Muslims aren't bad people in general, but there's a couple that stick out that are really radical that alter everybody's thought on Muslims in general. But when there's people like you that torture the view of Muslims, that is what happens when people become even more racist towards your, or religionist, or bigoted towards your religion. Because when you act like these people in this video, this is what causes bigotry.
You said you hated gays like me, getting the equal right to marry my husband, who's the love of my life, hypocritically calling yourself a marriage traditionalist?
I don't know why, but this guy looks like he has a huge resemblance to the NAACP leader. That's just pretty hilarious.
In front of crowds, you make people's disabilities something you ridicule and mock?
If we're making jokes about disabilities, do you brag about your money to make up for the small size of your cock?
Aw, a female reporter asked you a tough question you can't answer, and poor baby Donald gets mad. Oh, when your butt hurt, the best you can do is some sexist insult about her bleeding and being on the pad. You've insulted women as fat pigs, bimbos, and referred to us as bitches.
You pull the sexist shit with me, and you might need some fucking stitches.
I'd like to see you lose, Grandma.
I've seen your fucking bigoted imitations making fun of how Chinese people speak. Oh, but I guess you have to appeal to idiot racists when your ideas are so fucking weak.
Dude, your penis is weak.
And seriously, dude, you fucking call Japanese people Japs? Say it to my face, fuckface.
I want to see if they're gonna try to bomb Pearl Harbor this time. Come at me, bro.
Saying that you only want, saying that you only want, saying that you only want. Short little Jews counting your money is anti-Semitic as fuck. What is the greedy Jew stereotype a surprise?
Coming from a Potts who's a bigoted fucking schmuck. What's fucking worse, calling black people thugs?
Or are you referring to us as, quote, lazy?
I do not know what these guys mean. I mean, what kind of freaking acid is this girl on?
When you tweeted a neo-Nazi fake crime facts about blacks being killers,
it shows you're both racist and batshit KKK crazy.
Well, you just killed off the respect for the human race.
You've made fun of people at your rallies for being overweight. So mean to get a laugh.
Is there anything that comes out of your fat fucking mouth that isn't a bad, that isn't a bad, that isn't a bad?
Saying rapists, murderers, and drug dealers are fucking synonyms for Mexican immigrants?
Goes over well with racist Republicans who love when you mirror their idiot ignorance.
I'd like to mirror your ignorance just to see how other people like it.
Your fucking busted ass, ratchet, or ratting ass, cray hair.
Oops, our bad.
Did we just go there? Get involved with the hashtag TuckFrump movement and get a shirt at tuckfrump.com.
And you can win a free Tuck Frump bumper sticker.
Donald Trump's words that are offensive as shit.
Share this video. You're fed up with it.
I can't even figure out who comes up with this garbage.
Say no more. Whose university? Whose university?
Oh, I gotta get this.
If you are allowed to express, I am allowed to express.
Why is Trump a white supremacist? Just give me one example. Why is he racist? One example. That's all I need.
I don't even need to say anything to you.
Oh, I love it. Because I'm a white male.
The fact that you can't answer those questions means you're not paying attention.
But what does the fact that you can't answer the questions mean?
Do I need to refer to the fact that he calls all Mexicans rapists?
He never called them
He didn't.
Right.
He did not. He did not. He did not. Check your facts, man. He did not.
Am I allowed to speak, or are you just responding to my point?
I am responding to your point.
Bro, I'm like...
I don't understand the cameras.
You don't understand
like,
many
you're
things.
trying to find...
Come on, how is Trump racist? Just name one thing. Just name one thing he actually said or did. Just one evidence.
We all realize that no matter what I say, you're going to try and turn it into
No.
something.
Please answer. Please answer the question.
You're not even letting me talk. You're talking over me.
Please answer the question. Why is Trump a racist? Specific reasons.
Donald Trump is a symbol of what is wrong with this country. Donald Trump is a white male who has inherited privilege that he cannot even, you know, take a...
He's a fucking white male!
I thought you were going to say a specific reason of when Trump has been racist. That's what we asked. Not that he's what's wrong with America. We want specific reasons.
So you don't think building a wall in between America and Mexico is racist?
We either have a border or we don't.
Borders, sir. Every country has borders.
Walls are not racist. They're not semi-permeable depending on race. They stop everyone.
Every border has a vested interest in protecting its national security. Undocumented people are not a race.
Right. Let's talk about other countries that have walls in between themselves.
Like Mexico, where if you come from South America, they deport your house.
Yep.
Are they racist against South Americans, or are they like, you know, they have vested interest in protecting their national security?
I am not denying that y'all have knowledge of what happens at borders, right?
I'm not denying you don't. But just to start the dialogue by calling us white supremacists, especially since a lot of us are Mexican, like it just doesn't create a conversation, right? You want to like have a dialogue.
The Donald Trump campaign is overly aggressive, and the fact that y'all are here representing it is why.
Hold on. I have to object because this young man wore a Donald Trump hat and got spit on, shoved, physically assaulted. Has there been cases of people assaulting Bernie supporters on this campus? We have one that's been reported. Has there been reports of Bernie supporters getting...
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it's horrible what happened to you. I was overly aggressive to start this. I think it's undeniable that we have started a dialogue.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that.
What happened to you is not okay. My point about how Donald Trump's campaign is overly aggressive and represents a lot of things that are wrong with this country is why people are acting like that towards you. It's not okay that they're doing it. It's not okay that I started this dialogue by yelling at y'all, but there are emotions nationwide involved in this.
Can you name one of the things about American society that Donald Trump represents? Because you say he represents the worst in culture. Can you put a name to just one of those
What would you say Bernie Sanders' #1 point is?
No, hold on, that wasn't the question. No, that wasn't the question.
No, but I'm answering his question.
Okay, Bernie Sanders' #1.
I have so much hatred for Donald Trump. So much hatred for Donald Trump.
You don't want to kill him, man.
Fuck Donald Trump. I don't want to kill him, but I mean, I'll catch his face. I mean, gotta knock a nigga out real quick.
Sorry.
Deport Trump! Deport Trump! Deport Trump! Deport Trump! Deport Trump! Bigots to the left! Keep going!
This way! Xenophobia! Xenophobia this way!
Go! We're all immigrants! We're all immigrants! Remember where you guys came from! You guys did not find this country on your own! And little did he forget that his mother fucking fled here from another country! Little did he forget his mother was an immigrant as well as his father!
We are all children of immigrants!
Yes!
and see how they're treated by the protesters. This guy right here, for example, he's got a Trump shirt. That's how he's.
Fuck Trump! You Nazis!
This one little punk just threw a bunch of confetti at a guy with a Trump shirt.
I'm gonna throw a bunch of shit at me. It might hurt, you know, it was paper. God damn, you know, god damn.
Yeah, there's another. So you think it's appropriate that he throws stuff at people?
I don't know what his reason was. Obviously, he's frustrated about something.
This guy's having a good time. It looks like Trump's not feeling so well.
You don't want to, right? You can't swim, huh?
Oh, okay, so I think he's making comments of this because this is a Mexican guy with the American flag, and he's a pro-Trump supporter, so he's getting some angry looks from anti-Trump agitators. Trump. So.
Hey, fuck Trump, bro. We were just inside right now. We got kicked out. Everybody was being violent towards us.
Down with Trump, bro.
Hey, just for saying down with Trump.
So you said down with Trump and they kicked you out?
Down with Trump. Everybody went towards us. They were like, get out.
Knocking off our hats.
All right, you heard it here, folks. They shouted down with Trump at a private event. They were kicked out of a private event. Hey, nice shirts. Look at that right there. Look at that.
2 streets!
Hey guys, what's the flag represent?
It's anarcho-syndicalism / communism.
Okay, are you guys Bernie supporters?
I'm not.
But you don't like Donald Trump?
Yeah, no. That's no.
What's your main deal? What's the main thing you don't like about the Don?
About the Donald Trump? That's a tough question, but mainly because I guess he's just an asshole.
Hey, put this on the front page of InfoWars. I'd like to take a shout out to all my friends. First off, Alex Jones, I think you're a fucking traitor to the Liberty Movement.
Gay frogs, gay frogs, gay frogs.
We have a gay frog supporter over here.
I support gay frogs.
Yeah, you are.
Why am I racist?
You like Trump.
Oh my
That's
God,
why.
InfoWars.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Why is this young man racist for wearing a Donald Trump shirt?
Because Trump is a racist, xenophobic, Islamic-hating, Mexican-hating.
Wow, I've never heard that before. Okay, so
Did you hear that? Did you hear that like off the internet? Or
that's what he says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he says that stuff.
Just plain out.
what did he say?
Naughty. That kind of looks like.
No, yeah, it's not. It's a shirt, and I'm allowed to wear it.
This is a shirt too.
Yeah,
He's
and
also
it
allowed to
doesn't.
wear it.
Yeah, but it means he supports someone that's a terrible human being.
And why do you say that? I mean.
Because Trump is a terrible human being, and that's the end of the discussion.
Do you see Trump supporters going to like Bernie Sanders rallies and harassing Bernie Sanders voters?
You know, if they're wimps and they're scared and they have no balls, that's not our problem.
He's not worth your time. Don't talk to this man. He's not worth your time.
No, but they would take out your gun when they'd like to.
He's not worth your time. No, he's an idiot. Let's agree.
I'm an idiot. Why am I an idiot?
Floor out in the water supply, boy.
Why am I an idiot?
Fuck that nigga Trump.
All right.
Hey, that gang shit. Fuck Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Hey, fuck him. Hey, fuck that.
So obviously this behavior is only paving the way for a Donald Trump presidency. These guys are too fucking stupid to know it. Hey, you think he can get beat up for wearing that around here?
Oh hell yeah, absolutely. Without it.
Just for wearing a shirt though?
Oh, absolutely. That nigga ain't. Fuck that nigga. Straight up.
Hey, fuck Donald Trump, man.
return. Heil Trump! Heil Trump! Welcome Nazi youth! Welcome Nazi youth! We need you! Kick all of everybody out! Please keep me out!
You all hate women. You're afraid of Mexican people. You're afraid of anybody other than the white man.
Like two Mexicans.
You're just fearful. You're afraid of things. That's why you're
making some pretty big judgments when you don't know anybody here.
I know what you're voting for.
You're voting. Anti-Mexicanism, anti-Hispanic has to be a bigot. We're just asking for honesty.
The police have announced that they are getting ready to let the people who have attended Trump's rally, they're going to let them out of the parking lot, and the anti-Trump protesters have gathered here, I guess, to harass them when they come out.
No justice, no peace. 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 No justice,
the roadway for vehicular and pedestrian traffic.
We got a significant development right here. Once again, this is InfoWars. Darren McBreen outside the Trump rally in Eugene, Oregon. The police have just told pedestrians to clear the area so the Trump supporters attending the Trump rally could leave. But now we have protesters that have blocked the gate. They have blocked the gate. And I guess they're trapping them inside. Let me back up.
No, there's 4 exits, don't worry.
Let me back up.
Trump's a Nazi.
Good.
Trump uses LimeWire.
There is 4 exits, however, so
Trump doesn't
I guess they'll have to find another way to get out. And this is probably a blessing in disguise, because if they had to drive through this area, more than likely they would have been spit on, had their cars keyed, egged. You know, we've seen it before in Costa Mesa. And you're watching InfoWars coverage of the anti-Trump protest outside the Trump rally in Eugene, Oregon. Where they have blocked the gate. Come through, guys. Police are saying clear the roadway so the vehicles could exit the premises.
There's 4 other exits they can leave through.
And they're also going over to the other fucking side and blocking those.
There's 4 other exits, dude. Chill out.
Hey, why don't you chill out, all right? Because they're blocking an exit, man.
I'm just saying, you're recording something and you're lying to people.
No, I'm not lying to the people. I told them there's
4 exits.
Are they blocking this exit? Are they blocking this exit?
Word up, like, dude, he said that us Mexicans are bringing all types of bad people to this country. That's incorrect.
Fuck you! Fuck Trump!
Are your parents legal? I'm asking a question. Obviously, they're not. Maybe you were born here.
Don't listen to his bullshit.
Maybe you were born here. But were your parents legal?
You are racist.
Yes, it
you
does.
You are a racist.
Because they shouldn't be in this country.
Racism at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God.
They can go back to whatever country they were born in.
Everyone in this country was not from here. We're all immigrants.
Exactly.
We're all immigrants.
Look,
a lot of people have better be born.
That's what God gave us. That's what makes us all equal. He gave us rights. Now fuck you.
Mexico is very hard on their borders. Why don't you go down south?
This is going to prevail. Heaven and earth will pass
But you lost the land. Thank God you lost the land. You think we want America to be like Mexico? No. If you want it, go to Mexico. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
You're browner than us. He is browner than us. You go to Mexico.
Don't get in my face. I'm not in your face. I'm just here to tell you that you're a terrorist sympathizer. Okay, all right, fine. Oh, thank you. All right, thank you. Terrorist sympathizer. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Hillary's going to prison.
I'm not voting for Hillary. I can't stand Hillary.
Bernie,
and
right?
Trump.
Bernie, right? You love Bernie.
It doesn't matter, man. Don't matter. Yeah, it's real good. No, Islam is hate. Okay, thank you, bigot. Get away from me, bigot. You're the bigot. Go, bigot. You support bigots. Go, bigot. Yeah, you're the bigot. Get out of here, bigot. Sympathizer. All right, yeah.
Migration is a human right.
Migration is beautiful.
Migration is beautiful. Migration is a human right.
Trump's a Nazi. How many Jews has Trump killed?
Huh?
How many Jews has Trump killed?
Oh, please.
How many Polish gypsies?
Oh, please.
You stupid cunt!
Shout out ass bitch, shut the fuck up. You know what's good for your health, homie? Fuck Trump, free all the homies, fuck them all.
Free El Chapo!
Fuck the police, que viva Mexico, que viva Italia, fuck them.
Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump! Fuck Donald Trump!
Which means to break up this assembly. If you do not do so, you may be arrested or subject to other police
Alright, what do you think's gonna happen in like 5 minutes?
In like 5 minutes, there's going to be pepper spray and riot gear running all through here.
I hereby declare this to be an unlawful assembly, and in the name of the people of the state of California, demand all those assembled abstain
of ourselves, of the black community, that gets a bad rap from media and everybody else. Corey Stingley was a young individual that went to this school, a black individual in West Dallas, which West Dallas has a bad history of being a racist place within itself for black people. 3 white gentlemen choked him to death because he attempted to steal some items from a store, even though he put the items back and tried to leave. They choked.
Wait a minute, did you just say he was stealing and reap the consequences of his actions? That didn't look like he was trying to put the items back, unless when he reached for the cash register he was trying to put money into it.
Choked him to death. No justice was served, so I find it very disrespectful and distasteful that they would choose this location to come and do their hateful speech here. So, you know, this is just another instance of the hypocrisy of this flag and of this nation, the true culture of it, the blatant disrespect for the black people in this nation. So that's what we here for.
All right. What has Trump said about the black community that you don't like?
Specifically, I mean, I'm not here specifically for Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Specifically? Oh, you can't think of one. But you just like to play victim, don't you?
I don't care for any of the politicians. I don't care for any of the candidates, I should say. My issue, his rhetoric is very racist. Probably not directly to black people, but his ties to the KKK is questionable. So are Hillary's. But the whole deporting people and all that, building the wall, all that shit is fucking racist rhetoric.
Yes, you're right, deporting criminals and building a wall is racist. Even though we would deport white, black, or Asian people.
You know what I'm saying? Mexico used to be part of America. They stole that shit from Mexicans too. You know what I'm saying? So for people to come here as immigrants, people that's not natural, people that's not original to this land, and try to force somebody else out as immigrants is ridiculous. So you know, it's all in his message. The whole thing is just foolery to me.
Okay. All right. Well, you got anything else you want to impart?
Black power in this motherfucker, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, one of the most segregated cities in the world.
The most segregated place in the world? You've got to be kidding me.
It's actually deemed as the worst place for black people.
And you're right, Wisconsin is the worst place on earth. For God's sake, the Green Bay Packers are the home team. But I think you're wrong. Africa is the worst place for black people. Thousands starve to death every day.
And West Dallas is a great example of that. So is Madison. Madison has a 10% or probably 12 or 14% population of black individuals, but those black individuals make up over 50% of the jails.
10% of the population, but 50% of the jails. Sounds like black people should stop committing crimes. This has nothing to do with racist white people.
You know, so that, I mean, that's just...
Hey, what do you think about the violence in Chicago, which is mostly, it seems, black on black gang violence?
He has accused me of dying of AIDS. He has called me a girl. He is homophobic. He is racist. Why would we halt Islam? Islamic people do nothing wrong. It is a bunch of group of people who are terrorizing has nothing to do with the religion.
Any company, any store, any judge goes against
That's the main reason.
John, do you have anything to say?
He doesn't have a brain. He's zombified. We gotta wake these people up. We gotta wake these people up.
You got to come with a couple talking points next time, so at least you have something to say.
You're making yourself look like a fool. That's all the Trump haters, man. I mean, that's anybody who just says he's a racist. They're all like that. They have no facts.
It seems like racist if you don't agree with me. That's what.
Yeah, exactly. It's my opinion only, and that's it. And nobody else has an opinion. Nobody else has freedoms. Only them.
All right, here we go. What's your name and why are you standing on the American flag?
Von Abdul, my teammates, Bay. I am not a fucking Muslim. I don't know why everybody get that twisted.
Probably because you're standing on the American flag.
You know what I'm saying? But fuck this flag. Fuck this country. You know what I'm saying? It's hypocritical.
Yes, you're right. Fuck this country. The one that gives you the right to exercise your freedom of speech and stand on the flag, you useless human.
This red, white, and blue, this shit is the new swastika. You know what I'm saying? This is
The new swastika? Really? I can tell you're an educated man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This country is very fucking racist. We act like we don't have a race problem. So they brush it under the rug and say Obama is the standard for us to not be racist anymore as a country. Well, that's the fucking blatant lie. So we out here in support.